Hi. I just wanted to touch base with you about what we're doing in EL. We're doing so many cool things, and it's been amazing what we've been able to accomplish, even with all the extenuating circumstances that we've been experiencing. Um, it's been hard because we haven't known from the beginning how much would be in person, how much would be remote, and then I still have my MODIs, my remote kids, who are continuing to be remote. So we have to take all those things into consideration as I plan the learning for the kids. And I want it to be equitable for the remote students as well as the in-person kids. So the first thing we started to do was the fungus among us, which is the study of mycology. I know a mycologist named Hannah, and she's actually been working on a cure for COVID, among other things. She works on fungi toxicology, which uses the poisons from mushrooms actually to fight disease and knows all about it. She's going to continue in this journey with us later, but we've done so many amazing things. You saw the mold growing in the baggies in your house, and we have also done a lot of research. We've done comparisons of like yeast and mold and algae and different things like that, and understood the nature of fungi and how it's not a plant or an animal. It's actually closer to an animal than a plant. And also done some hands-on things like gone foraging and done some padlets using the information that we've learned. Went to the mushroom room, which was a bunch of readings that they used, and doing science searches to find information. We're also doing survival units, which looks a little bit different for primary and intermediate. Both primary and intermediate did some survival scenarios: Arctic survival, open ocean survival, and the intermediate kids also did the zombie apocalypse survival. So they had, you're familiar with those, where they're in small groups and they had to pick the items or go to the places that they felt would help them survive the most. And then they got some points and it told them what their destiny was. The primary kids are studying Call It Courage, which is a Newbery Award winner. It is a challenging book for them, but we are reading it together, and as I go through the vocabulary, I am helping them to understand and navigate that and the figurative language. It's a really great survival story, a story of courage, and they are doing upfront research to help them understand what's going on, including picto searches before we get started. And then when we're done with the readings, we do high-level responses with lots of different types of activities. We in intermediate are also going further with the zombie theme, and they did a history of zombies search and then did kind of a crossword puzzle, and then we did our create your own adventure zombie stories, and they did these in socially distanced small groups. Sometimes even the in-person kids would talk to the remote kids and work together with them. I had a remote group that I was working with, and we had multiple endings to it, and actually next week we'll be reading many of those stories and seeing what the kids had up their sleeves as far as the creative way that they made their zombie story go in a school appropriate way. We're also doing a lot of things called knowledge stretches, and in knowledge stretch I'm trying to help them to expand their knowledge base and their critical thinking skills. And so the things that we do, like science search, I give them a question, they write in their journal what they think the answer is or what they already know, and then they have 10 minutes to try to find the real answer or expand on what they already know. So it's a really short, bite-sized research project that we do every other week. The other weeks we do a would you rather debate question, so the kids get, and they're fun questions, but would you rather do this or this? And they have to give 3 reasons for why they picked theirs and try to be convincing. And then also think of the other perspective what would the other side say, so that they're seeing multiple points of view. In clues contests, we're doing puzzles. They're word puzzles, and they give them clues that go from general clues to specific clues, and the kids chime in to see who can figure out what the answer is the most. And it goes from everything from geography and literature to math and logic puzzles. I'm also focusing on affective learning with the students this quarter, and we'll continue to do that, and working on things like creativity. Want to just build them up and help them to, during this difficult time especially, to just understand their unique strengths and needs as gifted learners, and also to help them to understand, like in creativity, how things don't just come naturally. You have to work at them, and there are strategies and skills that you can use to be more creative or to be a better writer. And sometimes kids don't like to do that upfront work, but we are learning how to do that so that the final project will come easily and will be really good. The intermediate kids are also doing their Billy topics. Billy stands for Because I Like It, and so it's an opportunity for them to explore something that they may not normally have the opportunity to explore. Their topic has to be academic. It can't be like a singer or a sports team, even though those are fun to explore. We're doing things that have a little bit more meat to them, and we went through a lot of exploring before we picked our topics, and then we did some immersive reading, and they had to write down their sources. And now this next quarter we'll be getting into doing projects over them, small projects, and different kinds of sharing. So we've done a lot of really great things. I just wanted you to know what we were doing, and I appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm really excited about EL this year, even in the middle of everything that we're going through. I love the kids so much. It's just such a pleasure to work with them. I'm just so blessed to have these wonderful students with creative ideas and enthusiasm. It's really a magical place to be. Thank you so much for sharing your child with me, and here's to a good second quarter. Bye.